Welcome to the channel, my fellow friends in the Force. For today's study, we will be diving deep into why Palpatine feared Obi-Wan the most from all other Jedi Masters at the Jedi Temple. Even after sending many of his adversaries to kill Kenobi, none could finish the job. In this video, I want to go over why Palpatine wanted Anakin to leave Kenobi on the invisible hand, as Palpatine knew that Kenobi was a big influence on Anakin's life. And if he wanted Anakin to fully turn to the dark side, Obi-Wan needed to be presumed dead. My question for you all today is, what is your favorite characteristic that Obi-Wan possessed? Even though Kenobi wasn't the most powerful Jedi at the Jedi Temple, his reputation and accomplishments both before and after the Clone Wars was something that feared Palpatine. Many times, Palpatine's adversaries got the upper hand on Kenobi. However, none could finish the job. Darth Maul, a powerful assassin trained under Sidious, who killed Obi-Wan's master, had multiple times to kill Kenobi. However, Kenobi was able to prevail in each encounter. General Grievous, a cybernetic monster able to defeat the most skilled Jedi Masters, could not kill Kenobi. Even some of the best bounty hunters during the Clone Wars, like Cad Bane, could not finish the job. Every single one of these individuals had killed Jedi in the past, but Obi-Wan prevailed every single time with his connection with the Force. Palpatine feared Kenobi because Kenobi was one of the hardest working Jedi he had ever met. Kenobi embodied everything that a Jedi should have been, and more. He was able to build a connection in the Force not out of pure abilities, but out of intense hard work and meditation. He pledged his full loyalty to the Jedi Order. This is why he was able to have a seat on the Jedi Council, as even though the other members of the Jedi Council had a stronger potential than Kenobi, none could come close to finding Obi-Wan's abilities in the Force. Even when Kenobi felt lost, he did not let this alter his perspective on what a Jedi should be. This was something that Anakin had a hard time coping with, especially on his missions trying to save as many people as possible, whereas Kenobi focused more on the mission at hand and not letting his attachment to others affect his judgment. Even with Kenobi's low midichlorian count, he was able to defeat many of the opponents Sidious sent his way. Even Palpatine's most deadly weapon, Darth Vader, couldn't defeat his former master, as Sidious thought this would have been an easy battle for his new apprentice to win. In the eyes of Sidious, this was more of a defeat on Anakin's part than a win on Kenobi's part. Nevertheless, Sidious still showed respect for the Jedi Master for defeating his greatest accomplishment. In the Revenge of the Sith novel by Matthew Stover, he goes into further depth on who Obi-Wan Kenobi really was, as he talks about how he has dreams of him, of when he was a Padawan, and what it would be like if Qui-Gon did not die to the hands of Darth Maul. Even though a Jedi does not cling to their past, it had been difficult not being able to speak with him through times of hardship. Obi-Wan sees many characteristics of Qui-Gon in Anakin that sometimes hurts his heart. Anakin always had a flair for the dramatic, with many times disagreeing with the Council's decision. Fighting alongside Anakin unlocks something inside Obi-Wan that Qui-Gon always said was his greatest strength. His relationship with Anakin formed more into a brotherhood than just a master and apprentice. Anakin has molded Obi-Wan into the great Jedi that Qui-Gon always said he was meant to be. He has become the hero of the next generation for the Padawans and the younglings at the Jedi Temple to look up to become the ultimate Jedi. As Obi-Wan moves to General Grievous's bridge, he does not need to reach into the Force. He has already let the Force reach into him. He is all 16 of the super battle droids. He is both of the lightsabers that the other droid bodyguards marched towards to offer General Grievous. He is the General's duranium ribs, a silent pulse of oxygen being pumping through Grievous's veins. He is all these things, but most importantly, he is still Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is why there is no need to attack or to defend. There will be a battle here, but he is perfectly at ease, perfectly content to let the battle start. Just as he let himself live or let himself die, This is how a great Jedi makes it in this war. This is how great Obi-Wan's connection in the Force was, as it flows through him and guides him to the right direction. This is why Palpatine feared Obi-Wan, as not many Jedi Masters were able to obtain this connection in the Force, and to be able to sacrifice himself to the will of the Force. But my friends, I want to hear your opinion on why Obi-Wan was so gifted in his connection with the Force. As always, have a great rest of your day, and watch this next video if you want to see what if the 212th Battalion denied Order 66 to save Obi-Wan's life.